Okay.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the ECF Checkmate Covid event. And for our second hour of commentary, we have FIDE Master Akshaya Kalaiyalahan, and we have Woman FIDE Master Louise Head to guide you through all the action. I will leave you now in their capable hands. I'm just going to switch on Louise's screen. There we go.
Great. Is that on the screen now?
It should be. I can see it. So
wonderful. Yeah. Well, thanks a lot, and really looking forward to seeing all the chess for the next hour. I suppose we could probably start by looking through the leaderboard at this point. I think it's been covered a little bit in the last hour. But we see here at the top David Howell on 9 out of 9, which is really good. So I wonder if he might be one of the favourites to win this. And Tom Rendell on second. Akshaya, do you have like a favourite to win?
I mean, at this point, it seems like David Howell's a pretty strong favourite, right? He's got 9 out of 9. But I guess Tom Rendell's following quite closely behind.
Yeah, and I guess also it depends who will actually stay the longest as well through this 24 hours. I've heard, I think Keith Arkle is going to be doing a lot of the 24 hours. And I think probably some of the others around here, maybe Daniel Gormley and some others, probably will get a lot of points especially overnight.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, should we start looking through some of the games?
Yeah, of course.
Are there any particularly that you're interested in seeing?
Should we start off with the David Howell Keith Arkle game?
Yes, that sounds like a good start. Okay, so they're quite far through. Okay, so 2 minor pieces for rook, and also Keith's got a pawn. What do we think about this?
Well, I guess that G pawn could be quite dangerous for white potentially, but white's king also looks slightly weak, and I think Keith should be comfortably better in this position.
Yeah, I want to hear, as you say, with this pawn, is there like a rook takes and rook G1 maybe, or rook G1 first? Can we push this to the end? Is there a way that black can stop this pawn? Well, they can take it, of course.
I think it should be around level now, most likely, because black has compensation for the exchange.
Yeah, although I'm worried about Keith's time here, because this isn't increment. This doesn't have increments.
Yeah.
So I don't know how he's going to do it in 3 seconds. I think probably David might be the favorite at this point. Oh, there is a draw.
He offered a draw.
I think that's really nice sportsmanship, actually.
No, definitely.
Because I'm sure this is a drawn endgame. And yeah, I think that's really nice that they've agreed to draw here.
With 1 second left for Keith as well.
Yeah. So that puts David on 9.5 out of 10, which has given him a little bit of a lead. But as we said, this can go anyway. So who should we look at next? Have we got a favorite? Should we look at Tom Rendell?
Yeah, sounds good.
So another titled battle here. And so both
quite a complicated middle game.
Yeah. It's a bit of a pin here on the fourth.
So I guess if bishop g5, then black can just play rook d4.
Yes. I slightly overshot there, but Yes, exactly. Although I wonder whether is there a way that white can kind of get in behind? Probably not with this rook here, because you would have to like getting a queen to h8 at some point. They've also got bishop to e3, I think, too, which could solve some of the pin problems.
Mm.
But I think Tom Rendell's got this. Yeah. So who do you think will win this?
Well, I guess objectively, white is a piece down in this position, but clearly he's got compensation because black's king seems to be quite weak. So I guess it depends if white can actually take advantage of that. Well, now he's got 2 bishops. Well, black's got 2 bishops for a rook.
Exactly, and there is an attack coming down here, although I don't know how far this will go. I think white probably has enough defense here. This is nice. I like this.
Interesting move. Yeah.
So with bishop takes, pawn takes probably, which is very, very strong here. And that has been played. Castle queen sides. I like it. But you have to think these 2 pawns will be very strong.
So which one do you think white should push? Maybe e7?
I would
probably
say e7 and
queen e6.
No,
bishop d7, then rook c1 check.
Rook c1. So I think
this is winning, right?
But this must be completely winning. Yes.
Yeah.
Because you just lose the bishop after rook here, and now you have
d7.
Yep. Oops. I didn't mean to highlight that. There is a check, but I don't think it's enough. Oh wait. Oh, queen takes.
Oh, that's interesting.
Okay, there's a lot going on in this last few seconds. 2 queens. Don't often see this. And and white has won.
It's a nice finish.
That's a really nice finish. And that puts, what does that put Tom? So that puts Tom in second. So not too far away from David.
Mm-hmm.
And he's on a streak.
He is, yeah.
Although, do we know if the streak do you get extra points? I assume probably you do. I'm not so sure.
Sure. I think that's how it works on Lee Chess. I think if you're on a streak on Lee Chess, you get extra points. I'm not sure about chess.com though.
Yeah. Although, yeah, we'll have to see. So let's look at another game. Should we look at which sort of games do you like? Should we look at this one? I think Whimsical Jam might be a junior. I've seen him in playing some of the ECF online tournaments. In fact, actually, both of these are regulars. Nat Paul as well. He plays regularly in some of the. I think it's the Lee Chess England team.
Mm-hmm.
He regularly plays. So they're both very practiced blitz players. Wow, what do we think of this? So there's a very strong pawn here. You have to wonder whether king here was a possibility with maybe rook here threats. With some mating tactics. I'm not so sure.
Because it's difficult for white to stop the e-pawn now, so queening is inevitable.
Will they push to a knight? I guess it probably doesn't do that much.
I guess you can just take on c3, right?
It was what?
You can take on c3?
Yes. Yeah, a knight wouldn't do a lot actually, would it? So how does black defend this? Bishop takes.
So I guess if rook a8, then bishop a5.
I think so. Yeah. Do you think black might be winning now actually? Because they can't really stop e1, can they?
Yeah, no, I don't really see a way for white to stop e1.
And they've played what you said, but I think this bishop is nicely covering any attack from this rook.
Yeah, it's really holding everything together.
I think this isn't enough. I think that's it. Yeah, I resign.
Yeah.
But interesting game to get to.
Mm-hmm.
And so let's move on to another. Should we look at Keith?
Yeah.
Keith
must be winning though, right?
Yes, I think these pawns look amazing. They look so strong.
Yeah, 2 passed pawns in the sixth sixth rank.
I think his opponent is Ben Graff. He plays in the Coventry League and Leamington League. I think he's written some chess books as well. So both good players.
Yeah.
But Keith, as you say, definitely looks like a favourite with the queen. and yeah, there wasn't a lot to see here.
It's a pretty smooth win. Should we have a look at? I was going to say Alex Halachek's game, but he just finished. I am smooth as a hedgehog.
Yes. So these are 2 high scorers as well. And high rated. So what is the evaluation here? It is equal on, I think it's equal. Yep. As far as material. Who would you think is favourite here or better?
I think white is slightly better, but I do think it's quite a complicated middle game that could go either way. But maybe there are some ideas for white to bring the rook on the 7th rank if the knight from c6 gets swapped off.
Yes, you have to. This bishop looks a little in the way here. Doesn't do a huge amount. And white definitely has a little bit of a space advantage, but it's not a big one. So this could go either way.
Maybe knight now or rook a7.
Rook a7, yeah, rook a7 could be interesting, especially now maybe.
Yeah.
So what would white's attack be here, other than we've got rook a7? Is it just a kind of piece shuffle? Just try and.
Oh, is bishop c5, but then I guess rook takes b7.
Yeah. Because I'm not sure about white's. So white hasn't really got an attack on this side of the board. It looked like they were trying to. They're definitely pushing at one point, trying to get something. So I think here they're just trying to play on weaknesses. It's a shame they don't have any rook on the c file. I think that would be, really nice.
Well, I wonder if black will try to play knight b5, but then I guess queen a4 might be a threat. It's queen d1.
Yeah, they played
d4.
This move. Is this just Are they just losing a piece here? As white.
I guess rook takes b7, so losing an exchange.
I think so, but
yeah,
it's a shame because I think white was doing okay. I wouldn't say that it was better, but
he's gone for queen d4.
Going for it. I'm not sure if this is enough, but
yeah, I doubt it. But I guess if you're going to be exchanged down, you might as well go all out and hope for the best.
Yes, I wondered if maybe now they might move the rook. I don't know, say to a1, and then maybe if bishop takes here, would they? In fact, they don't even have bishop. I mean, they have bishop takes here, but they do just lose a piece.
Well, I was just thinking rook takes b7.
Yeah, I think maybe rook takes b7, and then knight b3 or something.
Maybe knight b3 and d4 potentially, just sort of blocking it up.
And then maybe try and reroute the bishop in.
Yeah, maybe like bishop 1, bishop d3. I guess he's trying to reroute all his pieces to the king side to try and attack there.
Oh, well, white?
Yeah, because I feel like knight b3 would have maybe been better just in case, because can't black maybe push b3 now and then bring his rook in?
Or black play here. Possibly.
Maybe
I wonder
D4 for black.
Yeah, I wonder if D4 might be. Yeah. Although now white's got it in, they do have bishop here, but this king surely is so safe here for now, because the king and because if the bishop and the queen can align along this white diagonal, then maybe black's threatened. But I think they're doing fine.
Maybe white can try for knight H4, knight G6.
Yeah, it's probably what they have to try.
Mm-hmm.
Queen here is nice. I think Andy's got this. Desperate, but necessary.
Mm-hmm.
I guess probably bishop takes, and then move it back, and then hope to bring the queen in the second time.
Yeah, actually, bishop takes is better.
Yeah, I see it. And black has enough here just to push this pawn down without any threat of mates here.
I mean, that queen on G8 is quite blocked up.
Queen G8, it is a bit blocked. Yeah. I think they can move it now though. Now that the mate's threat's gone. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
oh gosh, look at this time scramble. Oh, anyone could win. And black won.
Black won.
I think based on the position, that's probably deserved. But it was. Yeah. But it could be either way. There was a very interesting game at the end. Wonderful. Let's have a look at the leaderboard. So Tom has overtaken, but it is very tight at the top. And
he's still on a streak.
He is on a streak. Do you remember what the points were before? Because I think he was on 9 out of 9. So this might tell us whether it's whether you get extra points for the streak or not. Was it on 34, maybe? Or 35? Oh, maybe 35? I'm not sure. Maybe. I don't know. But still, there's still many players who are on 20 plus points. So, yeah, let's look at another game. Any here that you'd like to look at, Akshaya?
Maybe Tracker and Sock Monster.
Or where is that?
Oh, it just finished. Maybe a different one.
Okay. Should we look at should we look at this one? So
yeah.
I don't know these players, but I'm sure that they'll I don't know how many games they've played as well, but let's look at the position here.
Well, black is 2 pawns up. Quite comfortably, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, black won by...
Was that? Oh, time.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's look at a different one.
The one below that looks interesting.
This one or this one? What do we look at? Samsky, that's Sam Chow. Who I know because he's actually at Warwick. He's a maths lecturer at Warwick. And a very strong Australian FM. And a very, very good blitz player. He always won all the Warwick tournaments, and it looks like he won this one quite comfortably as well. So I'm sure that he will do well in this tournament. Should we look at any favorites? Should we look at this one? Checkmate a lot and Peter Chaplin.
Yeah, sounds good.
Is this Peter Finn? Do we think? I think maybe this might be.
I think it might be. Is it Chris Finn?
Oh, it's a Finn though. Okay.
Yeah, I think so. I do think so.
Okay, so what's this? So it's equal. It's level on pieces. And what do we think of the position? I think there's quite a lot to play for on both sides here. Do you have a favorite, Akshaya?
I do think white has an edge, but I don't think anyone's substantially better in this position.
Yeah,
guess
as far as, this is quite an interesting pawn structure here for black.
Yeah.
I like this sort of doubled. It's quite solid actually. This double set of pawns.
I guess it could become weaker later on. Maybe knight e5 and knight d3.
I think so. I think with the knights on, yeah, as you say, this could be something like this. As you say, this could make the pawns quite weak. So I guess black would probably want to try and swap off knights, but
Or knight c6.
Oh, tactics. Do you see?
Rook d5. Does that? I guess if rook d5, rook takes c6.
Yeah.
It could be around level.
Yeah.
Oh, you played it.
Played it anyway.
Yeah.
Although this is a little passive here. I would definitely prefer white's rook here. But what is white's plan? Can they do that much?
Can white maybe try to push and then take the pawn on c5?
Yeah, that could be the plan. Yeah, because these will actually be quite weak now. But say if white gets it down another square, which they can't do now, how is white going to progress?
Now is maybe king f7, king e6 for black, and then the pawn on a6 could be quite weak.
Yeah, I mean we have always got rook takes here if they try and okay, maybe not. Okay, pawn push. I think that's a wise choice for black. I think this rook was a bit weak here. And now if they can swap off, then they might have rook to c3.
Yeah.
And this becomes weak. Though, what do you think of these pawns? I still think these are quite weak here.
Maybe rook d8 check and then rook b8, and attacking pawn b5.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Instead.
Black is detangled.
Can black push b3 now?
I think probably. I think that might be a wise choice. I guess. Yeah, this is looking difficult. Takes. Because they've got like rook down and push, and then if rook here, then they've got rook takes this pawn. Now this is hard. Then maybe they have to bring this rook back.
I guess now white's
okay.
Rook b8 mate.
Subtle.
Yeah.
He saw it. So yeah, that didn't quite work out. But I think this might have been a little bit like this was a good move if black fell for it. But now I think there's very little they can do now to stop this from being pushing and queening.
I guess rook d1 is forced, and then if c2, then rook c1.
Yeah, but they've won this pawn now, and also maybe rook here, and if rook takes pawn here. Okay, that didn't happen.
I mean, material is level at the moment.
c2.
But white's pawn structure, I guess, is a bit weaker than black's.
Yeah. So the king's okay. This is now much more interesting because the king is now come much quicker than the other king. Not surprising, and this pawn is going.
Yeah.
So it's a classic pawn endgame, and white will actually be a pawn up. Although
white's also running quite low on time.
That is true. That is true. Oh, they lost that pawn. This pawn probably will be a big weakness too as well.
Because it's quite difficult for black to actually target it, just because all the pawns are kind of all on the king side.
Yeah, I think this was nice pushing this because it gives like an extra security, and it stops black from progressing their pawns up. This pawn must be about to lose after here, I think.
Maybe white's trying for perpetual.
I think white would be happy with a perpetual, definitely. Yeah. Oh, nice. Oh, okay. I feel like this is a moment just to watch because I think it's way too much being played. Although rook here, but they don't have time. Okay, so that's
Black won.
nice for black.
Yeah.
But what an exciting game. It was all over the place. There was, wow, lots of pawns being taken. It was very exciting. And let's have a very quick look. Tom doing really well with 11 out of 11, still on the streak. And it does definitely look like you do get extra points, I think, for streaks. Because I think he was on 38 before. So yeah, this is really good, and also lots of title players at the top, and also some other great performances. As I said, Ben Graff here. I think this is Jude Shearsby. He's a junior, so he's doing really well. Coventry junior. I think he's only 11 or 10, so he's doing very well. Maybe we should try and see what is he. Can we see his name in here? Oh, actually, we can probably find it this way. Is he playing? Oh, he's playing meat. It's be fun. So all the pieces are on the board, but there's quite a lot of pieces around here. But I think black can maybe defend.
Black's king looks quite weak, or like he's very passive on the king side, at least. Very
passive, but I think they might get away with it because they've got this protected knight here. So yeah, after bishop takes here, knight takes, and that defends any threats. It defends this, and it also defends a mating threat here. Yeah. So what plans do you think black will try? So we've got this. This is all holding up. What do you think black will try?
Well, I guess white has to defend this pawn on b2.
Yeah, so played b3.
I think it's quite difficult for black to actually get active, just because he's just about holding it together at the moment, but he can't actually move many of his minor pieces.
Yeah, I think this bishop in particular is really so passive. I mean, this may as well be a pawn, sadly. It really has not got many squares, but I don't know. Can black try and push c5? I don't know. They definitely need to push on this side of the board, I think. But even the rook here, like this rook needs to be moved. But I suppose it's probably defending this pawn if this knight takes anywhere.
Does white maybe have plans for h4, h5?
H4, h5, yeah. But why do you get the queen though? Do we move
because
it?
if queen f4, bishop g7 is interesting.
I guess at least it takes away one piece round here, attacking piece, and also this bishop on h8 is very passive as well. It can't move here, and there's no threats of taking here. So white's chosen not to take it. Okay, do we have? Okay, I was wondering before if there was like a knight takes here and bishop takes here, but pawn takes and bishop takes, but never mind. So it's all gone.
It feels like there should be something decisive.
Yeah, I see. So white's definitely trying to play on the positional weaknesses of black here, particularly this bishop. This c5 move has really blocked this bishop in now. There's no chance of pushing, which I think is a mistake from black to let that happen. I think they had to push and get something on this side of the board, and I think they can keep it quite solid. So I think this is a positional grind from me.
It seems very unpleasant to play this position with black.
Very unpleasant.
I'm not sure about b6 because I feel like maybe black could have kept it a bit more blocked and tried to defend on the king side, because now this pawn on c6 is quite weak.
although we've got this pawn. I think, did they not have takes here and then pawn, like queen takes here, maybe? Not now, but I think before that was a chance.
Yeah.
So this has opened up a little bit, but we still can't get a c5 in, which is what we'd like to get.
Maybe black can try to reroute the d7 knight to c4.
d7. Yeah, it's got quite an adventure, but that would be a really nice square, definitely. Yeah. Although we also need to be careful with these knights, I think, because of this threat. That's always... I mean, it's probably okay with this knight here. Oh, okay. Do we not... do we have... here? And then takes, and then if... No, we don't have anything. Might need to move this knight first, and then maybe then we might have a e6, possibly? Here? Do you think?
Mm-hmm.
Because then that might actually force black to play e6. Which...
Yeah. And that bishop on f7. Looking good.
Yeah. Wow. I think this is actually quite a nice game to watch games like this.
I wonder if he's going to try for g4 and then rook h3.
Yes, and then takes, knight takes. Well, this does pin it. Still wonder. Okay.
Now rook c3, I guess that pawn on c6 is quite weak now.
It is. This is such a nice way. So this is a really nice game, I think, from me. A really good one to watch because it really shows like the power of being in control and the space advantage, and the fact that as you say, he can switch his rook here. He's got this easy plan, but he also is playing on pawn weaknesses. So really probing every part of the board.
Yeah.
Whereas black sadly is a little bit helpless here, but is defending it. Is defending it. At the moment.
Just about.
Just about. So now he's taken.
Black's also running quite low on time.
Queen. Is there anything with more with this? Okay, that was a nice tactic. Yeah. Oh yeah, this might be hard. Then this pawn's weak. Check. Yeah. Pass pawn protected. And I think this sadly black lost some time, but I actually think this was probably going down. So I think that was a nice game to watch. Unlucky to Jude, but he's still having a great performance so far. I'm sure he'll get it back in another game. And Tom's still doing really well. David Howell. It'd be interesting to see. Surely they need to play each other at some point.
Maybe they have they?
I do. Well, not quite yet, unless they're playing each other now. They're not playing each other now. Should we look at David? He
just finished.
Oh.
Yeah.
I find this interesting as well that I suppose because it's arenas. They don't pair people who are on similar points necessarily. It's just whoever's finished.
It's just getting started. We've still got most of the tournament left.
Yeah. So yeah, any particular ones you'd like to look at? Should we look at this one?
Chaplin? Or which one are you looking at? Yeah.
Oh, I clicked on this one because yeah. Are you happy with this one?
Yeah.
So what do we have here? There's a bishop for a knight. This looks quite oh, okay, this looks difficult for black here. But this, oh wait, oh no. What's going on here? What do we make of this?
Does white have to just move the bishop back, or can she take advantage of the discovered attack? Knight c6.
I think that's a nice move. Yeah. So yeah, now of course if knight takes, then we've got this rook. Although this knight isn't that easy to get out again.
I guess the bishop on c8 is attack though. And it's difficult to see how
maybe
black's going to defend.
Maybe king here, or king, or castles. Oh no, but I think castles now you've got takes, and now you can make it escape. I think the king had to stay either here or here. I think
maybe rook c1 and then bishop d6.
Yes, rook c1, bishop d6.
Well, g3 is interesting.
Yeah, do they need to play? I'm not sure if they needed to.
Oh, I guess because after rook c1, black could have played knight e2 check. It's forking.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, they've definitely got your plan in mind. So I'm not sure about that. I think I'm not sure. Maybe they should have played pawn here, or I don't know. What I don't. Do you know why do we think they played this?
I don't think black could have defended the bishop on c8. So I think either bishop d6 or knight c6 was forced.
Oh yes, actually. Oh yeah, actually, I missed that. So yeah, this.
But now that knight's on b8, I guess white can always play knight c6.
Yeah. Okay, I like this. A clamping move. So now, well, maybe not there, but they've got at some point they've got okay, they have now, which is, well, there is a discovered check with pawn here.
Bishop a8.
You'd have to like getting a knight here though. That's why I would have probably tried to get it, but this is fine. White is looking good with these. Well, the exchange up, of course. We've got 2 pawns on this side of the board.
Yeah.
So black does have the 2 bishops. And in quite an open position as well. So quite a piece shuffle here as well.
Is white just a rook up now?
I think white is just a rook up. Yeah. This is looking kind of difficult.
Yeah.
Should we look at, as there's quite a lot of time left, should we look at another game then?
Yeah, it looks like a pretty comfortable win for white anyways.
I think so. Yeah. Let's look at, who have we not looked at? Should we look at, have we looked at these two?
Yeah.
Okay, this is quite open.
White's 2 pieces up.
White is 2 pieces up. It looks like as black sacked a lot of pieces probably to get the king. But I think white is just about holding this. This knight here preventing any checkmates.
Maybe black contrive to reroute the rook, maybe e8. But I guess it's difficult because you can't really play rook e6 because of the knight on d4.
Yes, although they can go rook here and rook here, because the knight can't take it as there's a mate threat.
Yeah.
But anyway, that has not been played. I'm not sure about this. I think they probably needed to keep their knight here. As there's so many pieces down, I think they need to keep their knight for the attack. But never mind. But maybe black has a plan in mind. I think it looks like
maybe 95 now.
Yeah, I think we've maybe just lost another piece.
Should be a pretty easy win, I think, for what maybe if The king seems quite safe in the center.
What, sorry?
I was just saying the king seems quite safe in the center, so I don't think white should
There's lots of pieces to stop any checks. Although actually, black hasn't even got a check at the moment. But actually, this queen can't really go to many attacking places. Yeah, I'm not sure about this. All right, well, given we haven't got too long, should we look at another game? I think we'll assume black will win this. Sorry, white will win this. Especially we're given that bar on the left. David Howell is now taking the lead. Though it's still very close to the top. So we look at this one. Who is okay? Palliser, I think. I don't know who GM Norfolk is.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. Black should be winning here, right?
I think, yeah, this is a good pin. And yeah, that was a very quick exit. Well, should we look at should we go back? Should we look at Alex?
Yep. It looks pretty level at the moment.
It does. So there's some so the pieces are level, definitely. This pawn, what do we think of this pawn?
It doesn't look like black can do much with it at the moment, and it could also become quite weak if too many pieces get exchanged.
Yes. Yeah, this is the nice, well, sometimes a good thing and sometimes a bad thing about these pawns is they can be used when lots of pieces on the board for sort of attacking purposes. But definitely, if too many pieces swap off into an endgame, then this tends not to be all that good, and they can be easily won. Although 2 pawns now makes it a little bit more interesting. But do we still think 2 pawns? Is this still a?
Well, black has space advantage.
Ooh, we have a.
Is e5 a threat?
I think we might have a threat coming up. Yes. Although, do we have a? We do have this, but I don't think this pawn check does a lot.
Oh, I guess you can play knight g. Oh no, bishop e3. Yeah.
Bishop 3. You'd have to worry. We have to watch out for d2 threats eventually, but with the bishop here and maybe move one of the rooks here, I think this is fine. And I think white can just win one of these pieces.
Maybe if bishop e3, queen a5, threatening d2, and then maybe bishop c5.
Oh, that's interesting.
Is knight g4 possible?
I think knight g4 now. Will we get a smothered mate? I think that would be really nice to see a smothered mate on this, but we'll see what comes up. Is being.
I think knight e4 is forced.
I think knight e4 is fine here.
Yeah.
And then obviously I think you have to play this probably anyway. Although we still lose a piece, I think they still lose a piece. Is there another way of doing it? Can we not? If after knight e4, is there a way that we can do something attacking on h2? I think we haven't really got the ability to swing.
Maybe if knight e4, knight f2 check, and then knight f2, queen f2, we're attacking.
Oh, that's true. We have got d2, yeah. So knight here. Yeah, I think that's. Now change the balance. We have got bishop here. Unfortunately, we don't really have anything quite with this because the bishop's covering it, and it's not worth giving up the queen for it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna probably try and get The rook in.
I guess black has some compensation with that pass pawn on d3, but it shouldn't be enough.
No, and there's not. I don't think there's enough on the king side either to switch into a mate. I think white has the edge here.
I guess now we can see the weaknesses of these hanging pawns. They were pretty strong in the middle game, but it looks like black's going to have a difficult time to defend them now.
Yeah, well, I think these pawns are often quite good to just keep where they are. Like if we kept this pawn, I mean, okay, there were threats possibly of forking the two rooks, but generally when they're next to each other and cover a lot of squares, I think that tends to be the sort of optimum position for black.
Well, both players are running quite low on time, so it's probably going to be a time scramble.
They are. Oh no. Okay. So there was a loss on time, although I think white was probably winning this anyway. Well, they were definitely 2 pieces up. Great. I'm just seeing Keith. Should we look at Keith?
Yeah, he's got one of his famous rook games. I'll be interested to see if he can grind it.
Have you played Keith in a rook game before?
Luckily, I haven't.
I think I probably have. I keep playing Keith this year on internet in blitz tournaments, and he does beat me most times in these endgames. About every time in these endgames.
Yeah.
Okay, and he won this endgame.
Maybe we should have a look at Tom Randall and Ami Ghazi.
Oh, did you? Are they do I have to scroll? Sorry, I can't see it. Oh, here we are. Yeah, this looks like a. Oh, okay. So both of these players are in the same 4NCL team. They're both in my 4NCL team, the Grantham Sharks. So this is quite a. So well, 2 friends playing each other.
Who's your favourite to win?
I couldn't say that. I would love both of them to win, but they can't. I mean, maybe Tom, because Tom's slightly better doing slightly better in the tournament so far. So he moved. Oh, okay. Well, they're both second and third. So
they both have got very similar ratings as well.
Very similar ratings. I think Ami has the higher over the board grades, but Tom's a very good blitz player.
It looks like Tom has a much better position here, just because black's king seems to be quite weak.
Yeah. There's some really nice control of. In fact, these knights are really lovely here. I mean, it's just about covered at the moment from these 2 knights, but and this bishop, but it's definitely very blocked for black. This looks really nice for white.
F5. Wow.
That's exciting. Exciting move. I guess because they're gonna try and play maybe knight here or knight here, and then if anything takes, say knight here for example, I don't know whether that's better, and then pawn takes, and they might have some sort of discovered checks. Yeah, they might have. Okay, I suppose it depends which way they take, but if they take this way, maybe there's a fun rook sack or something.
If gf5, do you think he might play queen h5, or is there a sack on f7?
Oh, that's maybe.
Because if queen h5, then maybe queen e7. But it looks quite messy.
Yeah, and maybe there might be. Maybe there's like a queen check. Sorry, knight here check, and maybe like a bishop here at some, or maybe take some bishop here. Although maybe take this off. Oh, that's the point. So if G. Oh, I don't think I meant to do that. But is that what happened? Oh, that happened. Okay.
Oh, did it?
Wait, or did it? I don't know if I just.
No, I think black's still.
Oh no, I didn't. I think I just managed to. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. G takes. So we're saying.
Knight d4.
Okay. There is a fork.
Oh wow.
What is going on here? But there was pawn takes. Okay. So I think before they had pawn takes and bishop here, which is mate. Yeah, it gives a mate. So I think it's a nice game to watch with this queen sack, and they have to defend this mate.
I wonder if white can play g4 here. I'm just conscious of the h1 a8 diagonal though, but no, white played bishop a6.
Especially as maybe they might have like a, if they move this knight, maybe they might have queen take. No, not quite. There's bishop here. Yeah, there's definitely some attacks on this line. So I think g4 would be quite weak. Although is black able to castle out some of these troubles soon?
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, they might lose some pieces. Gosh, so much going on. I think castles now might be quite. I think there might be some diagonal things as well here.
Mm-hmm.
I like how this rook is being attacked for quite a few moves, and only now is
c1.
Moving.
Yeah.
What was on c1 before?
Bishop. So
bishop.
Yeah, he took the bishop.
Okay, so now they haven't got these weaknesses. So now a lot of white's advantage has gone, but white is still tiny bit better, as in, well, actually the valuation says this, but actually there is an exchange difference here.
Yeah, why does exchange up? I feel like black has pretty good compensation. Just because white's king on h1, it kind of feels like black should maybe have something in the future if he can open up that diagonal.
Yeah, that's
knights
true
as well.
So I wonder if maybe like this sort of move, sort of open up, push through the center and attack on g2.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Is rook a6 playable here?
Yes, that has been played. So now some pieces are being swapped off, and
maybe knight 4 or rook e1.
Although they can't move the knight now because of queen takes e1.
Yeah.
So maybe black can try and play something like this, which has been played. I think maybe white needed to go e2 possibly before. Okay, and now we're starting to get to time scramble.
Can black take on g2 now?
I would think so, but is this maybe, I don't know if that kind of weakens some of the attack, because it doesn't do a huge amount.
Now white should be winning, right? There's no longer an attack.
And so white is now in exchange up, but there are queens on the board, so there's still a little bit to play for, and also look at the time. Although that is white is up on time by about 3 times.
Black's king looks quite weak as well, and that pawn on a, now it's running.
I like that. hoping for white to not notice.
Yeah, that was a very messy game.
That was I really enjoyed that.
It was exciting. The f5 was a really cool move.
Yeah, that was really fun. So yeah, a good battle between the sharks. We probably have enough time for maybe one more to look at. Should we look at Keith again?
Yeah.
There's another title battle, another end game. But white is Keith is a. It looks like they have a knight.
So piece for 2 pawns.
Yes, and I don't think these 2 pawns are. Wait.
Oh, no,
that's
it's for a pawn.
It's for a pawn.
Maybe rook f8 ideas for white, and then f7.
Cafe f7. Yeah, actually, there's quite a lot being pushed. Yeah. I mean, at the very worst, white has something like, they can push and take this if they really want, and then just play with the knight.
Yeah.
To mop up because there's an end game, like if they can just defend this and then take this pawn with the knight, they're probably winning that. So that's probably fine. But now this is getting quite.
I feel like white's in a bit of a bind because you can't really move the knight because of king f6. I guess rook d7 now is forced.
Rook d7, I think so. And white does have, well, black can take this pawn now, but white can come over to this. To
yeah,
d2.
knight f3, I guess. There's no way to defend the pawn on d2.
Yeah, I think this is now taken, and this should be fine. I think this pawn will be won eventually by maybe rook here or here. Oh yeah, this is nice. King g4 sometime, so you can move the knight.
I guess white's just comfortably a piece up here, but he's got to be careful not to lose too many pawns.
Yes. And white. Oh, okay. So it's less than a second on the clock for black.
Yeah.
I think this is. Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
No, that was the end anyway. Lost some time.
Yeah.
Okay. So time's pretty much up, but I guess we can look at this leaderboard until another minute.
Yeah.
Much up.
We're back where we started.
Hey there. Hi. Hey, thank you very much, Louise and Akshaya. That's absolutely fantastic. Thanks so much for joining us in the commentary. We are going to do a 1 minute break. Just log off and log on again. And we'll be back in just a moment with John Ems and Chris Ward. So thank you, everybody, for watching. And we'll see you in just a moment. Thanks, Louise and Akshaya.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening.